the truth about the government exposing aliens and what this means for you. Let's jump right into it. Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Noah, back again with another YouTube video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality, aka Noah's Ark. And I'm so excited to bring you guys this video today because this is a video that is going to be a little bit different than my videos that I usually make. You know, whenever I first started out on YouTube, I made a bunch of conspiracy theory type videos and videos about how I really feel about government, about just stuff that doesn't really matter in our lives, right? And so this one's probably going to be a little bit controversial, but I can't be anything but myself, and so I have to express this for you guys because I think it'll be educational in a way that you don't need to be scared, right? And I want to make this video about the government exposing that aliens exist, right? And this has been pretty big news for everybody, or if not everybody, most people. And because this has been big news to most people, there's a small sliver of people who weren't surprised by this, you know, and why weren't we surprised by this information? Well, simply because we already knew that aliens existed, right? We understand that some of us are even aliens walking around this planet, right? But it's nothing to be afraid of, because if the aliens wanted to take over us, we would have all been done for by now. Because if you have an alien that's coming from different planets that has all that power, why wouldn't they have the power to just take over humans, you know? And so this is why I want to preach to you guys that this shouldn't be a scare for you guys. The government exposing aliens is something that is, you know, most of us, or a lot of us, have already known this type of information. That's why it's not surprising to us. And the real, you know, we have to understand that the government is never really on our side. You know, it's never really trying to be encouraging for us. When we look at the word government, we can understand that it's trying to govern our mental state of consciousness, right? Shout out to Ralph Smart for that. But he said that in one of his videos and really resonated with me because I understand this now. And you guys have to understand that the government isn't always on our side, and it doesn't always want our best interests at heart. And so when we understand this information, we can understand that there's a reason why the government would release this type of information. And a lot of us already know about this, but what I'm gonna share to you guys, you know, I don't want you guys to be scared, but don't be surprised if the government does something to where they expose an alien type of invasion, right, on Earth. Meaning that they try to paint aliens out to be this negative entity whereas, you know, some aliens are, right? But other aliens are very good. And so whenever they release this type of information of aliens coming out to the surface and they expose like an alien invasion type of thing, or aliens are out to get humans, don't believe it, right? Look straight through that, because we have to understand that, like I said before, the government isn't always there for our best interests. And I don't want to get too controversial in this video because I don't want, you know, YouTube to take it down. But yeah, I will be factual, you know, and I'm not going to cut corners, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell you the real honest truth about my opinion, right? I should have made a disclaimer at the beginning of this video, but the disclaimer for this video is that this is only my opinion, right? And so you can choose to believe it, and if you do, that's great, but if you don't, that's also great. I don't want to make you guys feel like you're outnumbered, or you know, I don't want you guys to feel like offended or anything like that, because you have to understand that this is my opinion. So if you don't agree with it, you can just click off this video. But yeah, so we have to understand that because the government isn't really on our side, them revealing this type of information isn't surprising to the small portion of us who knew that aliens already existed, right? How can we have a universe that's so vast, so expansive, yet humans are the only other type of beings on this planet other than animals, right? And so understanding this, we can understand that whenever the government is trying to release something that is like an alien invasion type of thing, I don't know how it's going to manifest, but I have a feeling that they're going to do that. because of everything that I've been hearing about and just tapping in with my inner self and my inner wisdom and my inner knowledge, they probably will do something like this. And so it's going to be coming within the next maybe year or two, I'm not sure, but maybe a couple years, maybe a decade, I don't know really, right? I'm not good at predicting things, but I can tell you that that is on the way. And so how we can prepare for this is understanding that everything is always lining up for our greater good, right? We have to believe in the universe, because the universe is always in our favor. It's always working for us, right? And so when we understand this, then it allows us to be a little bit more calm when we think of the aliens and all of this information coming to surface, all of this information coming to light. When we understand this, then we can kind of be more at ease, right? We can understand that we have control of our own life, you know, and when we understand that we have control of our own life, then it's important not to invest so much of your time into what's going on with the government, right? What's going on with the news, what's going on with the media, you know? It's important to kind of dip into that and to dip into kind of a little bit of what's happening in the world, but don't get too far into it, because at the end of the day, what you can control is what you can control. And so if you can't control what's going on the outside, why even bother with it? Why even investigate the drama? Why even get into all that, right? None of us really want chaos in our life, and how we can avoid that is by not taking it seriously. You know, we can observe it, we can come at it from an observational point of view, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves here, guys, because we are in control of our own lives, and we can create abundance and prosperity within our own lives by, you know, being ourselves and not being so afraid, you know, living from love instead of living from fear. And that's the main objective when you look at the government, is trying to govern our mental state, which manifests in a way of trying to scare you. You know, whenever you're in a state of fear, you're gonna act very impulsively, right? You're gonna act in a way where you aren't yourself, because fear is just false evidence appearing real, F-E-A-R. And when we understand this, then we can understand that whenever the government tries to release certain things that aren't very helpful, right, or things that could scare us, it's all just a facade. You know, there's a bigger picture when we look at it. There's always an agenda going on. And, you know, like I said before, you don't have to believe me, but this is just my perspective on what it is. You know, I've never really been huge into the government, into like politics, any of that type of stuff. But what I can say is that it's important to trust your instincts, you know, trust what it is that you want to do with your own life. Don't give in to so much of the media. My main message, I guess, for you guys is just don't give in to the media that much. Don't focus too much of your attention on what the government's doing or what the government is trying to do, because we have to understand that we can create our own lives, and we can do what it is that we love on a day-to-day basis. And so I wanted to bring this video to you guys to kind of give my take on that. It's a video that I've wanted to do for a while, because I think this type of information is important to release, and I haven't posted a conspiracy governmental type of video since like COVID. And because of that, you know, I want to come on here and say that these governments exposing these aliens or alien type things, right? I guess they didn't confirm that it was aliens, but for me, they confirmed that it was aliens. And when they release this invasion, or when they try to say that aliens are gonna attack humans, or aliens are out for our greatest, you know, aren't out for our greatest good, don't buy into it. You know, don't listen too heavily in it. Focus most of your energy on what it is that you can control, and living an abundant and prosperous life by appreciating your life. Appreciating that you're able to click on this video and watch your boy preach, right? And so, with all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys gained something. Hope you guys became a little bit more aware. And I want to give a huge shout out to each and every one of you guys, because the amount of support that I've seen on my channel has been insane. This has been my best year on YouTube, and I'm truly grateful for each and every single one of you guys, because it makes me truly grateful to know that I can inspire millions and millions of people through doing what I love, and coming on here to preach to you guys and kind of educate you guys on what you can do in your own life in order to better your situation. And so from the bottom of my heart, I am truly grateful for you guys, so thank you. If you guys have any recommendations for future videos that you want me to talk about, any type of questions, comments, concerns, or suggestions for future videos, make sure to comment that in the description box below. And have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness. Mwah.